Hello and welcome to Mercs on the Commodore 64, and this is a conversion from the Capcom coin-op. It says 91 on the title page here. I'm not sure whether that was the coin-op or the conversion dates, but round about then anyway. And let's get started. So here we are, and I guess the coin-op is a bit of a development from Commando, except it does support a simultaneous two-player modes, and this conversion also supports that mode actually. So that's certainly something it's got going for it. I'm not sure it's got much else going for it, to be fair. I mean, the gameplay, it's reasonably representative of the coin-op, but certainly less enemies on the screen, and obviously the whole thing isn't quite as smooth or as slick as the coin-op. So yeah, the gameplay is pretty similar to Commando, just run around and shoot people. Oh, white house there. Except there are more power-ups. And you can hold down fire to launch your grenades. That's what we picked up there. So you shoot these crates and they should reveal, well, that looked like some health. So graphically, yeah, it's pretty sparse. It's a bit rough looking, to be fair. Ooh, nice brown. Used to continue already. I've played the game a little bit before I started the review, but it's not a game I've played very much. You can probably guess why, because it's just not particularly brilliant to play, to be honest. So graphically, it's sort of functional. I mean, they almost look like placeholder graphics, and they never really get time to finish polishing the game up. But I suppose everything roughly represents what it's supposed to. The animation, it doesn't have a lot of frames. The game is a multi-load, of course. I'll speed up the loading a little bit. There we go. Right. And here we are on the next level, which doesn't look vastly different from the first level. It probably does in the coin-op, but in C64 it's all very brown looking. Spectrum owners always accuse C64 games of looking very brown, and well, this is certainly not a game that would change their mind. It's a bit too brown even for me. On the audio side, there doesn't seem to be any sound effects. Nope, they're in the Jeep here. So yeah, it doesn't seem to have any sound effects, just this tune, which is all very joyful and pleasant enough, but it's pretty short and it just loops on and on endlessly, the same tune every level. It gets repetitive pretty quickly. And it's certainly not representative of something I would expect on the C64 come 91. It's like something from 86 or something. Blow a hole in this, no? So I forgot about the Jeeps actually, so I guess it's more similar to Carry Warriors maybe, as Jeeps and a two-player mode. So I guess it's reasonably similar to that, except that I I don't think Ikari Warriors is multi-directional scrolling. I think it might just be vertically scrolling. I can't remember off the top of my head. Certainly I can't remember if the coin-op was. Yeah, I've never played the coin-op of this. I played the Amiga version a little bit back in the day. But again, not for long. But it was slightly more polished, but I seem to remember it being a bit of a ST port. But it was certainly, yeah, certainly a lot more polished than this. Having said that, I mean, it's not like the game's unplayable. There's definitely some, fun to be had here, especially in two-player mode. Perhaps one-player mode's a little dry, and you're probably better off playing Ikari Warriors, or at least the UK version of that. Or if you're just after a one-player game, maybe play Commando or Rambo. Definitely a lot more fun games. Having said that, I don't think this is a bad game. Really, it just lacks polish. It's playable. It's vaguely satisfying, blowing stuff up. It's just if they'd been a bit more on the audio side, and maybe the graphics been a bit smarter. So yep, that's Mercs for you. I can't really rate it as a coin-op version, as I say. I haven't played the coin-op, but as a game in its own right, I'll give it 4 out of 10. I mean, it's fairly so-so. I don't think it's a terrible game by any means. It's just fairly sort of mediocre. Right, so 4 out of 10 for Mercs. See you in the next video.